Showtime.
Welcome to Jack and Geek.
I'm Crip.
And I'm the Crypt Keeper. And tonight we are going with what we're titling
Spooky versus Scary.
We're going to make more than one of these. Hopefully do more than one in a week.
If they end up being mini-sodes, awesome, mini-sode. If they don't, awesome, more content.
I know that's why you're like us.
Basically what we're going to do is we're going to take a theme and talk about a scary movie and a spooky movie. Now when we go with spooky, it could be either kids, it could be adult, anything that's not scary.
And realize, because we're going to milk the fuck out of spooky time content, we may stretch the theme a little bit.
We may.
Possibly.
So if the theme doesn't fully match, know that we're just milking the fact that it's almost Halloween.
And
guys.
catch us talking about Star Wars yet again.
Again,
of course.
100%.
Of course. Okay, tonight, our first episode we're doing this is, are we going with ghosts?
Haunted house.
Haunted houses?
I mean, I know that...
Hauntings?
I know in our first one in the movie, they technically say it's not a haunting. But it's a haunted house.
It's
Ghosts.
Yeah.
Ghosts.
Essentially.
Okay, but first, let's take a shot.
I'm just gonna progressively get more sarcastic.
Ooh. Ooh. After you take this in, take a deep breath.
I'm good.
I'm good.
And it takes your breath away. Try it.
No.
It's
I'm
just,
not a spiced rum person.
It's just spiced rum. It's
I'm
Captain
good.
Morgan spiced rum.
The last thing I want to do after drinking anything that's a hard drink is breathe.
But that's the thing. It's like I drink it, and then as I go to breathe in, it's just so cold.
Yeah,
Crip and I, on the other hand, are drinking Mike's apricot,
which is so good.
So good.
I could honestly let some actual apricot sit in that for a couple of days, and that would be delicious. Maybe add some vodka or something to like get it really strong, but like keep that flavor.
Yeah,
that'd be really good.
We're
for,
also
like,
drinking
some boozy
water.
Fruit.
Because
Boozy fruit's where it's at.
Boozy fruit is where it's at because you eat it and don't realize you're getting drunk at the same
this
time.
This tastes a little off, but like, damn, it's still good.
That's
and
like
I'm getting
edibles.
fucked up.
I have to say that back when I was younger,
oh my god,
we had a luau at my mom's house. Crip was a baby.
I was gonna say that younger.
Yeah, Crip was a baby. My cousins decided they were going to make PGA Punch, which is pure grain alcohol, and then whatever the hell else you can throw in there.
Yeah, jungle juice.
So we got 2 bottles of Everclear, which here is 180 proof.
Jesus.
And then we poured a bunch of juices in there. And then for the luau, my mom had made a bunch of melon balls and cut up strawberries.
She's so sweet.
She is. And so we put those in there, and then we let the fruit sit overnight. We drank the rest of the stuff, but we let it sit overnight. And all we did the next day was eat them. And I did a bad thing. Well, I didn't do a bad thing because Mandy drove. Mandy drove, so I didn't. Did
you put more Everclear?
No, we went bowling.
Did you have an eating contest?
We decided to go bowling, and we took it with us, and we were eating and drinking. We had some of the stuff in a bottle, so we were drinking it at the bowling alley.
Why is bowling just a big part of people's lives?
Because bowling
Mandy
is kick ass.
Mandy is a bowler.
I didn't even mean Mandy.
But I was with Mandy at that time.
She's a hardcore bowler.
She is hardcore bowler.
She takes bowling as seriously as a lot of people take football.
We had a bet that we used to go bowling a lot. We had a bet that if I ever scored over 100 points, I could get my own ball. And I scored over 100 points. It took me a few years, but I got me a ball, a bag, and some shoes.
Is that somewhere you put your balls now?
Yeah.
What a pleb.
I know.
But like I said, Mandy was into bowling, so we did a lot of bowling.
I know someone who got real... They don't listen to this, it's fine. I know someone who got really fucked up on jungle juice in high school because they went to a party, like you do.
Yeah.
Unless you're me. And there was this big bowl of it, and someone had dared someone to drink like most of it throughout the night, but they only had to stay with one cup and drink most of it. And my friend was dating that person, so she had to drink some of it too. And
that's called peer pressure.
That's called peer pressure.
Don't fall into that. We don't condone peer pressure at Jack and Geek.
We don't.
If you want to drink, drink. If you don't, don't.
You don't have to drink to listen to this podcast.
No.
Drink responsibly, whether it be alcohol or water. You could die of too much water in your body.
You can.
That's crazy as hell.
I know. It's crazy.
You can just be like, I'm drinking healthy stuff, and then you die.
I learned that on an episode of Dumb Ways to Die. Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
That's how I learned that.
I learned that at my last job, where we had somebody who drank a lot of water and had to go to the hospital, and it was like, what's wrong with him? He drank too much water.
Fuck.
What the fuck?
He is now 90% water. That is too much water.
That's fine. Crip had a problem with bananas a couple months ago.
Potassium overload.
Okay. To get into this spooky versus scary, our first one, our theme of ghosts, we're going with Poltergeist versus Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Honestly,
rewatching it, they're kind of on the same level.
Why are they actually kind of on the same level?
Back in the day, Poltergeist scared the
piss
out of me.
Yeah. Yeah. But like watching it now, they're honestly the same level. The only difference is Beetlejuice is comedic, and that is the only jarring difference between the two.
Yeah, but just imagine being a little kid watching Poltergeist.
Oh, yeah. But, like, imagine being a little kid and watching Beetlejuice, and he opens that jacket and all that shit jumps out.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
But, like I'm saying, the only real difference is Beetlejuice was written as a comedy.
Yeah.
He's only in it for, like, 11 minutes of the movie.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice is in it around 10 minutes.
Damn.
And the whole movie.
That's fucked up.
He was supposed to be a whole lot in the sequel, but the sequel never got around to being made.
Including the end part where he's sitting there in the waiting room, and that's including in those 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Shit.
The sequel was supposed to be in Hawaii.
Supposed to be in Hawaii.
Yeah, he was supposed to. They were gonna have a moment where a Krakatoa type demon came out, and they turn into giant kaijus and fight each other.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell?
We were gonna see Beetlejuice Michael Keaton go big and beat the shit out of a volcano.
Winona Ryder just sitting there like, the fuck?
Winona Ryder in her black bikini, black hat, just like, whoa.
With a little veil in the back, because that was her.
Yeah.
That was her.
There's always a Wednesday Addams type character.
Okay. For our spooky, Beetlejuice. Don't.
We've already said it like 6 times.
Yes, but we've broken it up. I said it, then you said it.
Exactly, and then if we get around to saying it's too late.
Yeah. You have to say it back to back.
Don't act like I won't.
Don't.
I loved in Ted 2, where Mark Wahlberg was like, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, and Ted was like, don't you fucking dare.
It's just a thing we accepted, that we never said it all.
Damn. I remember when Beetlejuice came out.
Of course you do.
Dude, it literally came out a year before that man's was Batman.
Did you go to the theater to see it?
I think so.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure. I went to the theater to see a lot of shit.
Imagine being a demon type character.
And 2 little dickheads.
And then all of a sudden, you're Batman.
All of a sudden, you're Batman.
Just from a viewing perspective, that's crazy. That, like, watching it now, of course, you could just be like, oh, he was Beetlejuice and then Batman. But, like, really thinking about it from, like, an audience, he was Beetlejuice and then immediately Batman.
Imagine, you're
Tim Burton, dude.
Same guy!
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton was like, I like this dude so much, I'm gonna make him Batman. and then Tim was like, I gotta leave. And then Michael Keaton was like, I like this dude so much, I'm not gonna be Batman.
Damn.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Okay, back to Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Tell me about the show.
The show? What?
The movie.
You mean the animated?
The movie. Tell me.
These two people die.
That's
That's how it starts.
Who are they?
Oh, fuck me.
Alec?
Michael Keaton and I can't remember his wife's name.
Alec
Baldwin.
Baldwin.
And then the chick from Stuart Little.
Yeah.
Gina Davis.
I don't remember her name. I just remember she's the mom from Stuart Little.
I forgot about that.
Hey, I didn't know this. Somebody had put it on Facebook that the woman that played Delia also plays Sally.
Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Damn.
Delia.
That's
Dahlia.
her name.
It's Dahlia. First of all.
No, her name is Delia.
No, actually, it's Dahlia.
No, her name in the movie is Delia.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see.
The mom's name is Delia.
Hey.
Huh.
What was the chick's name? Gina Davis?
Yeah.
She was in the Olympics.
She was.
She was in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
For what?
You know that thing where they ski and then shoot shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy, right?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's why I was. That's my favorite winter sport. Imagine skiing and then shooting shit. That's American as hell.
Yeah, but where's she from?
I don't know. Probably Canada.
Probably can't.
But no, they die.
It literally starts with them like, hey, we need to go to the convenience store to pick up more glue.
Boom.
Okay, I'll go with you. They go off a bridge.
Instant dead.
And then they come home and her sister is already trying to sell the house.
Delia.
Okay, it might be spelled like that.
No, it's Delia.
But it's pronounced like
No.
Dahlia.
No, it's not.
Bro, it's not Dahlia.
It's
That's
Delia.
how I heard it.
It's Delia. Promise.
Anywho, they dead as hell.
Her sisters sold the house.
They're flipping out.
Yep.
They go to like a ghost office.
They already fuck up because they didn't bring the book with them. Which...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they go to the ghost office and they're basically getting told everything that's going down. Like, how death is, essentially. And I love the different characters in the background. Like the football team and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just visually, Tim Burton knows how to make some wacky looking shit.
Miss Argentina, who is the receptionist.
Mm-hmm.
It's alluded to how she died in the movie. They don't really say because it's kind of supposed to be a family movie. But it's interesting the way he put that in there because he alluded to it and it wasn't so obvious that she had her little accident.
Yeah.
And I just like how she looked either way. I like the wings, the whole dress, the sash. I loved her.
Shrunken Head Dude was
Shrunken
hilarious.
Head.
Shrunken head, dude.
Like, without context at the end, Shrunken Head Dude was still hilarious.
The
Like,
chick
just
that
Shrunken
got
Heads look funny.
the chick that got cut in half.
Yeah.
And then
You're welcome.
they're basically trying to figure out what they can do.
When they're told that they can get their house back.
Yeah.
But they have to scare the people who just bought their house.
And they're trying.
They try.
It's not working.
They try like parents.
Yeah, they do try like parents. You can't be like white good parents and also a ghost.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be like, ooh.
They literally put sheets over their heads.
Yeah.
The things they were doing were very minimalistic. Lydia ends up seeing them.
Yeah, she can see them.
And that's weird for her.
But, like, she likes it because she's into that kind of thing.
She likes it as much as, like, any goth who's not got anything going on would like anything.
Yeah.
Who's like, I don't like my stepmom. So...
She makes some weird art that I would think is questionable.
Very, very,
very
weird art.
I've seen like actual weird art. That's weirder than some of the actual weird art that I've seen. But they are very uptown people, and Lydia's very laid back.
The dad is very laid back.
He's in the middle.
He's like, no.
But like,
the dad is super laid back.
Her dad is kind of a simp.
He's also very work-related uptown is what I mean. Like, he's a business guy.
Yeah, but he wants to be laid back.
He's trying as much as a business dad can.
It does not work, and Lydia feels so alone because she had lost her mother. We don't know how many years ago, but she had lost her mother. Enough that he moved on and started dating her. Like it, you know.
Well, you gotta think they had to have been together for a few years.
From the way their relationship structure is, but Lydia finds a kind of weird friendship with the ghosts she can see.
Yeah. I feel like she sees them as the parents she doesn't have because her dad's
super busy and her mom's a bitch
and her mom's fucking psychotic. And so they're very understanding, they're very forgiving, and they're like, okay, you need to do this, but make sure you also do this because we want what's best for you. And she feels like that she's so alone that her father does not know what's best for her at this point in time.
One of the things I love aesthetic is how much visually the townscape that Alec Baldwin's character created is a part of the plot and used so much because I fucking love little town sets and little train sets and stuff. It's so cool to have like little world, and they really tried to push it being a little world in the plot. Yeah. If they'd have had more time, I'm sure they would have done even more with it.
I like how textured it was.
Yes.
Like from when he's pushing up the grass.
Yeah, the foam and all that stuff, and it's still foam.
When they go to dig up Beetlejuice.
I feel like it's on the level of that one scene in Toy Story 2. For me.
I love every scene with Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Keaton.
Fantastic work.
He always embraces whatever character he's playing. Even if it's like a comedic role or a serious role, he embraces the shit out of it. Yeah. He is that character.
I feel like what made Beetlejuice wasn't just the words that he spoke. It was the little sudden, like, he would change his weight from his left foot to his right foot. Or, like, the sudden, like, facial expressions.
Being a child of the 80s.
Oh, God, here we go.
I remember seeing him in other stuff long before Beetlejuice. Long before Batman. I remember him in Mr. Mom and The Night Shift. Stuff like that. I remember those kind of movies. Before Beetlejuice came out. So I knew him just as comedy. It's like you look at somebody like Tom Hanks. Now he's known for drama stuff.
Yeah.
When I was little, he was in a bunch of comedies.
A bunch.
Adam Sandler too, if you think about it.
Yeah,
he's doing Uncut Gems and shit now, so that's pretty dramatic.
He's got another movie just come out on Netflix. It's about Halloween. Him supposed to be like some superhero called the Monitor.
I saw a meme the other day that was talking about Adam Sandler, and it was like, your generation knows him from Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston. My generation know him as My Mama Said.
My Mama Said. My Mama Said.
But I really enjoyed the inflections he put into the character, the sudden just jumping to different things. And I'm sure some of it was scripted, but I really feel like he just came and was like, I'm going to do some shit, just keep rolling, and go with it.
It's like the part where they're talking about his qualifications, and he like straightens up, and he's like, well, I attended Juilliard and all this shit, and I'm like...
I've seen The Exorcist 34 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. And it's just like, it gets worse, and then I really feel like he threw in the sandworms thing, and then they built it after he said it. I would die.
When they're wearing the same clothes, he's like, hey, we even dress at the same store.
Yeah.
Mi hermano.
Yeah, it just... He's so good in the stuff that he does.
friggin' spits a loogie, checks it, and then puts it in his pocket.
I like the different color contrasts too, because like in the original setting of the movie, it's very monotoned, right? It's very neutrals. Lydia is stark black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when it gets to Beetlejuice and the little world that they created within the little town, because he has his, little buildings with a red sign. We have a pop of it.
He has his black and whites, but it's also gray blotted. It's green. It's purple. It's all kinds of wacky colors.
Yeah.
And it really just brings him center, because he himself is a very dark green and black person. Like, that's how he's portrayed as. But with all those bright colors behind him kind of blurred, it makes him pop more. And it's like, this is what needs to be the focus of this scene right now. And we're going to tell you, or you're going to be able to see that this person is important.
Now I know for you, Puffy.
Oh, God.
A big thing for you now
Is the play? Yes.
is the musical.
Yes. I like music, and it's two of my favorite things, music and Beetlejuice. I love Beetlejuice a lot.
And we have not seen the musical.
No,
because they haven't released it anywhere.
They haven't released it anywhere. Somebody needs to. Come on.
Please.
They have high quality videos of scenes, which leads me to believe there is a recording.
So I follow some of the people on TikTok that are in the play themselves, and I've seen their parts of it and some parts of it, and it's beautiful. It's a lot different.
Yeah.
Than the movie.
They state that immediately in the musical. They're like talking about that it's going to stray away from the source material in the first song.
In the first song, towards the middle. When I figured out that it was a thing, Crip and I sat down and listened to all of the songs.
It's drastically different.
It's drastically different. There's a lot, in my opinion, a lot more story to Lydia's depression.
There's a lot more to Lydia's loss for mom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's multiple parts where she sings about missing her mom. There's a fuck ton more of Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like so much
There's
more.
a lot more.
The only thing I've seen was when they were on the Tonys.
Yes.
And they did the. I've seen the video on YouTube of them doing the songs.
They are in the Thanksgiving Day Parade this year.
Really?
And Beetlejuice is self-aware.
Very self-aware.
In the musical, and he will change the song depending on if there's a celebrity there, if somebody's saying something or acting weird in the crowd. He will change the songs or stop the play. It's like a Rocky Horror type situation.
See, I would like to do something like
his
that.
His name, I can't remember his last name, but his first name is Adam.
He was Adam Driver was there in one, and then the prior line was there's he said no more YOLO. Hey, Adam Driver, you killed Han Solo.
Not cool, man.
Beetlejuice was a great movie.
Yeah,
Beetlejuice is
it really was.
movie.
Absolutely. I just wish there was more Beetlejuice.
I wish there was more Beetlejuice.
But I feel like that was more of a production company thing.
See, for me, he was, even though his name was on there, he was a side character.
Well, I feel like Tim Burton is one of those directors that, how we're starting to get longer movies now.
Yeah.
He was trying to start that, and the companies were like, nobody's going to sit through a 2.5 hour movie. I would, but that's how companies see it.
Yeah.
As the average consumer wouldn't. But I feel like a lot of Tim Burton's movies hint towards there's a longer version.
Yeah.
I think Tim Burton is one of the many kings of crazy out there characters, right? We can agree to that.
For sure. I want to see a Superman movie.
And with Beetlejuice, he was trying and pushing really hard for a character that you could relate to, and you could see walking down your street, or your weird Uncle Terry.
Hey, if you see that guy walking down the street, turn around.
But you know what I mean? He was pushing for that kind of atmosphere.
He was pushing for a comedic demon.
And at the time, it wasn't there wasn't as much of a demand for it.
Yeah.
You know? right now, if he came out and been like, we're gonna reboot Beetlejuice with the same fucking people, and it's gonna be like 2.5 hours,
just make a sequel.
Everybody's gonna flock to the theaters, right?
He says there is still a Beetlejuice 2, and he wants to do it. I just told you the plot of the original concept. I don't know if he keeps.
I know Michael Keaton wants to do it.
Yeah,
he wants to do anything that Tim just says, "Hey, I want you in this." He's like, "Fuck yes."
Okay.
If Tim is not a part of the new Flash movie with Tim
he's
Burton,
not gonna be.
I feel like they should allow him to be in and just be like, "I want to do some weird shit." Like if they go to that world, if it's just Batman, fine. But if they go back to that Gotham,
that's what I was going to say.
I would say let Tim design.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, you make Flash, and Michael Keaton's Batman be in it, but you make Batman Beyond, directed by Tim Burton. That would be the shit.
Hey, you know what I need to see? Before he's gone, because he's getting a little older, I'd like to see some clips, at least, of Batman going up against Billy D. Two-Face.
That would be
That'd
great.
be cool as hell.
I would love that.
He deserves that.
Or at least do Batman Beyond and have them go to Arkham
and just show
Two-Face Billy D. be there.
That'd be amazing. He deserves that. He was such a good Harvey Dent.
Yeah, he was.
He was one of the few exceptions of changing a race. He really did Harvey Dent well.
Yeah.
When they do it well, I completely forget it's a race swap.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
We were gonna end up talking about Batman. It's Michael Keaton. But it's also talking about Tim Burton and like how we love his style.
I love Tim Burton.
I think Tim Burton has had a very big impact on our society and on media. For sure. Because in a Blink-182 song that I like a lot that came out, there's a line, "We can live like Jack and Sally if we want to." And I think
he's more influential now
definitely,
than he was back then.
I think he definitely brought Strange to the spotlight.
And I think that's why it's more accepted now than it was back then. It was more of to me, he was almost an outcast.
Absolutely. His art style was very
different. Yeah.
From like a lot
but
of people.
You look at now, he's heralded as a great director.
Absolutely.
Whereas back then it was, oh shit, Tim Burton's directing it.
Yeah, it was like, oh, this is going to be weird. Oh, this is going to be for kids. And now he's done both for kids and for adults.
Yeah.
But also, there's still that, this is going to be really weird, with what he did with Alice in Wonderland, which we didn't particularly like.
It was not horrible. It wasn't great. The thing about it is you have to go with, it was a sequel.
My thing is he's good at strange, but also his style requires a certain color draining effect because like most of it will be gray.
Yeah.
Some of it will be very colorful, but most of it will be gray. That's just not Alice in Wonderland.
I thought he did a good job.
When I think Alice in Wonderland, I think an uncomfortable amount of colors.
Yes, but that was the point. We're getting off the subject. Like, really,
No.
We're
talking Tim Burton, which is fine.
Actually, for me, it was weird, but it was Alice did what she did, and then left, and everything went bad.
Here's the thing. I liked the sequel.
Yes, Through the Looking Glass.
I thought he did better with the sequel because the sequel was darker.
Yeah.
The sequel was darker. But I think for the first movie, I was kind of out of it. But for the second movie, I was like, okay, I can get down with this. Because, the Jabberwocky looked fucking sick.
Yeah. I think it's tricky when you have both Johnny Depp and Tim Burton in a movie. Because I think they're both very...
Like Edward Scissorhands?
Yes. I think they're both very out there.
Yes, they are both.
And they can butt heads on things, it looks like.
Here's the thing, though. For Johnny Depp being out there, he wasn't out there for a while.
No, he wasn't.
Until he made Edward Scissorhands with Tim Burton.
Tim Burton makes people go out there.
Makes people go out there.
Hey, yes. I bet you Tim Burton was like, you're Batman. But wouldn't it be crazy if you had told people you were? And then, I'm Batman, was born.
He was born.
Because like Adam West said, he didn't have to say it. Maybe Michael Keaton didn't have to. But he did.
Yes, he did, because people didn't know who he was. He was a up-and-coming Batman. So they had to know. So, really the only times he really said, I'm Batman, was to that one guy.
Yeah, but like, still, what if he was like, tell him, I'm Batman. Isn't that cool as fuck? Kinda is. I'm saying it for the rest of my life.
Okay, back to Beetlejuice. Shut up.
It doesn't count with separate people.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It's a natural response.
Okay. Beetlejuice 2. Do you think it's going to happen?
No.
No.
You don't?
I think it's one of those movies that will perpetually be in production limbo, sadly.
Well, it's the same thing with Ghostbusters 3. We're now getting it.
Yes. But unless we make a bad Beetlejuice movie, that's how we get Beetlejuice 2. Because, let's be honest,
oh God,
if we didn't make that one Ghostbusters 3 wasn't happening.
I think the closest thing for the moment that we're going to get to a Beetlejuice 2 is the Beetlejuice musical. Even though they just cleared out their spot in the theater 2 weeks ago. I think that's the closest we're going to get, because it's a drastically different plot, but with the same people. And I think at this point in time, that's what we need from Beetlejuice, because a lot of people, they grew up on it, so they're going to be like, oh shit, this is one of the best movies of all time. I'm one of those people. And
I don't know if I'd go that far.
I said one of, not the best, both of you.
She makes a lot of dramatic claims all the
Yeah,
time.
I know.
So you
I
just
do,
gotta move with
all
it.
the time.
You just gotta go with it. She disagrees with her point a week from now.
Yeah. But I think for the point being, for this point, it has to be that the musical has to be enough.
Well, see, for me, I had the cartoon.
Yeah, I know.
That was the sequel for me.
Yeah.
Was I watched the cartoon as a kid.
It's just a generational thing.
Yeah.
The Heathers musical. People know the Heathers musical before they knew that the movie existed.
Really?
They just thought those songs came out of nowhere. That plot was out of nowhere. They
The
didn't
plot's
realize,
not the same.
Plot's not the same.
No, it's not.
That's my problem with musicals for movies.
I'm okay with that.
But it's like they never end up being the same thing. Like, if you're gonna make a musical based off a movie, make it the movie.
The Bring It On musical is so weird.
I'm okay with it as long as it's good.
It's okay.
But like, it's not Heather's the musical though. It's the same thing we said about The Shining.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It took names of shit
And that's it.
and changed it.
Yeah.
Some of the plot is still there.
Some of the plot is still there.
I really wish we would get a Beetlejuice 2.
I would absolutely be surprised, but I would. It's not without a doubt. I'm thinking we're not going to get one. I just think it's one of those kind of movies that's in perpetual limbo. Because, like, I'm sure Tim's working on other shit.
Tim needs to be just working on Beetlejuice 2.
But, like...
Fuck everything else.
But, like, it could definitely happen, and I would support the shit out of it.
Oh, I would go see that day one.
If it looks good.
Yeah.
It may not look good.
It may not look good, yeah. Okay, on to our scary movie. Poltergeist.
Poltergasm.
They're here.
I'm not going to go into detail, but I had a bad experience with this movie. Granny, you're not listening to this, but you know it. Please don't tell people.
He took a little tinkle.
Um,
That's as far as I'll go, but he took a little tinkle.
Oh, I think you told me this.
Okay.
His little big kid took a little pee-pee, got scared.
Poltergeist. I saw it when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Which probably shouldn't have watched it at 4 or 5 years old.
I probably watched it at 4 or 5 years
But,
old.
I didn't.
But I had my family let me watch whatever I wanted to watch.
Yeah, I know. You did the
So
same
I
thing.
did. So I did the same thing with
I
him.
probably watched it at 4 or 5 years old. It was kind of scary.
See,
If I'd have watched it any older, it wouldn't have been that scary.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with The Exorcist for you.
But
Well, see, for me with The Exorcist, what scares me about The Exorcist, it comes down to, one, it's a scary movie. 2, I was real little, and I would wait up at night and watch it because I would sleep with the TV on like y'all do.
Yeah.
But it was cable or
Wow,
something.
expose us like that.
So I'd leave the TV on. So I would sleep with the TV on, or I'd wake up and Exorcist would come on, so I'd sit there and watch it.
So,
well, I'm not supposed to be watching TV.
So, Poltergeist is dated as shit now.
Very dated.
There's a whole scene where the neighbor shares the same remote style as him, and they're going back and forth flipping the channels. We all three have the same remote for the same type of TV on our phones.
Yeah.
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 That shit don't happen no more.
Well, I was talking to him. I don't know if this still happens at some places, but I know for me, and when I was at school, it didn't. The pet you bring home
Class
from
pet.
school, class pet.
That don't happen.
They don't. That doesn't happen that much.
You
anymore.
can't do that anymore.
Yeah, but I'm in a weird limbo of being too old and too young at the same time. Because I'm 21. And so I'm like, I grew up in the same kind of bed as Crypt did. And also the boys.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, I remember certain little things from them, but more from the boys.
Yeah.
You know?
I was looking at the different shit while we were watching it. And I was like, that boy has literally almost $3 million worth of toys.
Oh my god, he got so mad.
The little girl's name, I can't remember her name.
Carol Ann.
I'm not good with names, y'all.
Carol Ann.
But like Carol
That's such
Ann
an old-fashioned name.
had a Luke figure in her mouth, right? And I was like, she is literally chewing on the foot of a $3,000 doll.
And I literally,
but all right.
I was like, baby, they can go to Toys R Us and get another one for 50 cents. We're thinking in a different time period.
Dude. Time travel exists. We're going back to the 80s.
I know!
Just to buy toys and then sell them in mint condition.
Not just the 80s. I'm going back to the 60s. I'm going to get in an Amazing Fantasy, the first appearance of Spider-Man.
We're going to sell that shit in crisp mint condition.
Mint condition.
It's going to be like, this looks brand new. I know, right?
I know. Damn.
Shit's crazy.
My mom bought it for me and then put it up. She wouldn't let me touch it.
We spent 20 minutes trying to figure out which Star Wars movie was in the poster behind his bed.
I figured it out pretty quick. Once I saw more than just the bottom.
I couldn't see more.
It was
the original.
Yeah, she was like number 4, and I was like number 1 at that time.
Yeah.
But it threw me off because he had a little tauntaun on the bottom, on like the shelf. I was like, is this Empire?
He had some Empire toys.
Yeah.
But it was probably brand new. It was 82 is
82?
when that came out.
Yeah.
So it was probably brand spanking new.
Yeah.
He had like a whole blanket and everything. I was like, damn, I wish I had all this shit.
He had a really cool jacket.
I had some of that
I
stuff.
know you did, you son of a bitch.
I know.
He had at one point a freaking Han Solo gun, and I was like, dude.
I know.
Dude.
He had a really cool jacket. It was like a red jean jacket or a coat jacket or a rain jacket that had Chewie on the back.
Yeah, it had Chewie on it.
We talking about this movie. Joey had never seen this movie.
Oh fuck! Why did you do that to Joey?
No. Joey still has not seen this movie.
Oh shit!
Okay, Joey was raised a lot different than us.
I know.
Okay, so we were at his house last week, moving some stuff for his parents. Well, we go into the room, one of the rooms, and they have this crocheted clown with like these long arms and long legs.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I wouldn't be able to have that as a kid because it was his doll.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wouldn't be able to have that as a kid. And he was like, why? He said, are you scared of clowns? I said, no. But in this movie, Poltergeist, this clown attacks a kid and pulls him under the bed. And he starts, coming at me with the doll. And I'm like, you ain't never even seen this damn movie.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Oh my god. Stop with that. He's been saying that all week.
So Joey, I'm not making fun of you.
He's
not
totally
at
making
all.
fun of you.
That
Joey's
movie ends 3 separate times.
Yeah.
3 separate times they wrap that up like the poltergeist is over.
Yeah.
Why? Why didn't you just keep the spooking happening? When that bitch is like, this house is clean. Then how did my kid get strangled by a clown 3 minutes later?
Exactly.
I was like, them daddies said they were going to leave the house tonight. They're fucking asleep.
The dad's coach.
Oh, I know. We were talking about the poltergeist curse, which you can bring up in a minute.
Yay.
She was like, "Did the dad die?" And I was like, "There's literally no way. He's Mr. Incredible."
Yeah, he's still alive.
And I was like, "There's no way." But I was like, "No, he can't be," because I was trying to figure out who ended up dying. I knew the main girl did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We'll talk about the curse. We'll get back to the movie in a few minutes.
The curse is a big deal for the series.
The curse is a big deal.
It's actually quite scary.
It's ultimate. It's, you know.
Words are hard.
It's very hard. People might say that it's a little bit more famous than the movies.
The curse, honestly,
The curse.
it probably got people to watch the movies.
I knew about the curse growing up because of watching the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I knew about the little girl because shortly after the third movie was made, she just fell over.
I heard that it didn't even stop filming.
No, it was done.
Was it done?
Yeah, she was in class.
She got
I know that.
She got misdiagnosed with Crohn's disease, and it was a different bowel problem.
Yeah.
And she passed out. She got airlifted to the hospital,
and she
died on the operating table of them trying to fix the bowel problem.
Yeah.
And then the older sister.
The older sister got strangled months after the movie released.
So the
first
movie
movie
came out in June, and she got strangled in November, and she was strangled so hard into a coma, and she just never woke up from the coma. Is from what I read.
That was her only movie, dude.
Yeah.
That's how quickly the curse
That's
started.
why in the sequel, the sister was said to have lived with one of her friends.
That's just crazy that it happened that quickly. And the shaman man who ended up
In the second one.
who ended up passing away.
Yes.
After they were done filming, he actually did a ritualistic exorcism on the set as everyone was leaving.
Because in the second movie, they used real skulls and skeletons in the movie.
Yeah, but people were the cast was creeped out because he did a full exorcism of the set, and then shortly after died.
Yeah.
The Native American woman from the second one or the third one passed away as well.
The bad guy of one of them.
The guy that played the old man in the second one, they replaced him in the third one because the one in the second one died.
Yeah.
As well as Zelda, who was the
little short woman.
The little short woman.
But that was also like she was already an older woman.
She died at the age of 76.
And that's kind of an old people die kind of situation.
But I'm just saying, those people that died.
Yeah, I know, but like, you know how I am when it's older people just dying of natural causes. It's like, but they died during this
but the
thing.
main ones that died were the sisters.
Ones that are scary are the children dying because children just don't die.
Yeah.
And like somebody getting strangled, that's kind of creepy. But like someone dying of old age, old people die.
But yeah, I remember when the girl that played Carol Ann died. It was after making the third one, and they said she just fell over in class.
Yeah, but also not just dying of old age for the one lady. She was a little person.
Yeah.
Little people have complications as they get older. The dad from Little People Big World was on crutches very quickly in the show.
Yeah, but I think she was just really short. I don't think she was a quote unquote little person. She was just short.
Person.
Granny's not a little person.
No,
Granny's
but like
just short.
she had little person features. She had a very childlike voice, which is characterizations of a little person.
I knew about the curse before I had remembered that I had seen the movie because of my very weird and honestly quite creepy fascination with true crime and
fear of the dark
and fear of the dark
and fear of loud noises
and fear of ghosts
and fear of thunder and fear of the dog at the door.
But like I can tell you so much about so many murders.
Yeah.
And she'll
without
delve into
flinching.
that. But if I while she's laying down, reach behind and start knocking on the wall, her ass is gone.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Like I said, for me, it was a scary movie growing up.
Yes.
It's not now.
I think it's creepy. Still.
It's very creepy.
But there are certain parts where, and I'm not even talking about like practical effects because I think practical effects need to come back.
Effects.
Yes, they do.
And they honestly look amazing.
Yes.
Still, I think some of the writing was a little silly. There was one part that we couldn't help but laugh. The medium is sitting there, and she's like, I have to go in there to save your daughter. And the mom's like, no, let me do it. She'll listen to me. You're right, go. And it's like, you switched that fast?
My favorite
There wasn't any argument?
She was like, hell no, I don't want to go anyway.
But there was like no argument. I was like, damn, that doesn't look convincing at all.
My favorite part, one of my favorite parts that made me laugh is when she was in there, the wife was in there, and the dad was holding the rope. And the medium was like, don't let go of the rope. And he's like, that's my wife! And he lets go of the rope.
Let's go of the rope.
And I'm like, motherfucker, you just killed your wife.
And daughter.
I mean, she comes down at the end, but I was like, you just killed your wife. Are you laughing about the jam thing? Because I was just about to bring that up.
We did have a whole thing. We know they're covered in the goop.
Yeah.
The undefined what it was goop.
Yeah.
We were sitting there like, okay, listen.
We do this a lot with movies.
We're gonna cover you in strawberry jam. I'm allergic to strawberries. We're going to cover you in raspberry jam. And the girl's like, I'm allergic to raspberries. Okay, screw it. We're going to grind up actual placenta and we're going to cover it on everybody. You can't say you're allergic to that. You were born next to it.
We do this a lot with movies. Comedies, scary movies.
We pretend to be a part of the cast and crew making the props.
Like, listen. Okay. So we're gonna have spiders fall from the ceiling. I'm scared of spiders. No, the fuck you're not. We're gonna have spiders. We're gonna have spiders falling from the ceiling. And if you're scared of them, good. Bring it to the acting. Roll cameras.
Method. Go.
We do this a lot. We even do it in TV shows.
Yes. We like pretending to be a very passive aggressive director.
The part where they come out of the skeletons come out of the water.
Real skeletons.
Which
really kind of pissed off most of the cast. Just like you're making a thing about don't fuck with dead people, but we're fucking with dead people.
That's the part that scared me.
Really?
Yeah.
Her in the pool.
Damn. That's not what scared me.
Bro, I was kind of like, yeah, you in that mud and just a shirt and panties. What's up? What's up?
I was like 4 or 5 years old. I wasn't thinking about a girl in her panties.
You know what?
Early bloomer.
We know. What scared me watching it again was at the end when the little boy is sitting there with the clown, right? He throws the blanket over it, but then the blanket or the coat doesn't go all the way over it, and he kind of looks at it like, the fuck you gonna do? And then goes to bed. Then he wakes up, and the clown's not there.
Yeah.
Okay, you know when he's starting to look under the bed?
Yeah.
He's going all slow and shit. I was like, I don't even do that in real life. Because fuck that shit.
If
there's something down there, it's staying the fuck down.
Under it,
I'm good. But she grabbed the blanket, started putting it over her face. And I was like, no, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch. And then he sits up, clown's right there, she screams.
So... Again, going back, I like true crime, but I don't like scary.
Fuck scary clowns.
But we were... I was watching it, and then, so, I really like the Scary Movie franchise.
Yes.
At least 1 and 2.
Yeah.
As does most people, if they've seen it.
Talking about when you said, oh, I forgot that was in this movie?
No. I mean, yes, but no. When that clown came up from behind him, all I could think about was in Scary Movie 2, when that guy had the clown in his room, and he's like, nah, motherfucker, you ain't getting away from me, and dragged it on the bread. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny as
Take
hell.
my good hand.
I just remember her ass grabbing the blanket and covering him like, no, you gotta watch the scary parts. That's the point of scary movies.
No. I won't even watch Nuke Top 5 with you.
Hey, Nuke's Top 5, you want to get a shout out?
Yeah.
What's up, Nuke?
We watch you all the fucking time.
Hey, Nuke's Top 5 be like, did you see it?
I'll tell you, the one that scared me the most on Nuke's Top 5 was when that dude went to a school and he was up on the 2nd floor.
Oh, yeah.
And he was at this closed bathroom, the girls' bathroom, and you just hear singing. And I was like, nope. No, fuck that shit. No, not doing it. Not doing it at all.
No, the one that gets me every fucking time is that dude who lives in the house with the shadow demon. And
I love him.
Dude, the freaking, he's looking at the window, he sees it, it just goes underneath his bed at top speed. I don't like when things are fast.
I know.
When things are fast, it makes me clench so hard.
Also, if
Terrifying.
you don't know already, and you probably do because we talk about it every chance we get, we have ghosts in our house.
Yes.
Yes.
And I swear to God, if you fuckers try to do something tonight,
They're coming out tonight.
100%.
They're definitely coming out
We've
tonight.
talked about different types of ghosts.
Yep, they're definitely coming out
But back
tonight.
to Poltergeist. One of my favorite things is overacting
yes,
in all of acting history. When the dad's like, "You just moved the headstones, you bastard! You lift the bodies! You just moved the headstones!" I was like, why don't you just run? You got caskets coming out of the floor.
Out of the floor.
When the daughter rolls up in the car and she's like, "What's happening? What's
It don't
happening?"
matter, get in the damn
Get
car.
the damn car!
And the wife's like, "Steven, go!" And she's like, "Bitch, my daughter is out there."
Our daughter is standing right there. It's like, "Dad, go! Stephen, go! I ain't fucking moving until my daughter gets in the car."
Yeah.
Also, this bitch had 2 hickeys on each side
She
of her
did have
neck.
2
Did she?
The fuck?
Now.
She lived how
She
she died. Sleeping around.
If they were like, "I want to go to the Four Seasons on whatever," and she's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that place," and the wife's like, "What?" And she's like, "What?"
What? But yeah. There are literal caskets and bodies coming out of the ground. Don't grab your boss.
No.
Just leave.
Yeah.
Literally
Fuck my
just
boss.
leave.
Fuck that shit.
And then the whole thing about the boss trying to get him to stay after his whole house just warped into another dimension.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. You watched it happen.
I think Poltergeist is a great movie, and it's one of those very few classic horror movies. And when you think Spielberg, you think 3 movies, right? 3 movies come to top of your head. And for me, one of those is that movie. E.T. is another one.
3 movies that come to the top of my head. I literally just think E.T. and Jaws. I can't even think of the third one right now. Jurassic Park, I guess?
Jurassic Park.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Indiana Jones is like back of my head.
Bobby,
sometimes.
we literally have
You
a
have a
poster,
poster
right?
of
I
Raiders of the
literally-
Lost
hey,
Ark on
hey,
your wall.
Hey, one, I didn't fucking put it there.
Who the fuck put it there?
Somebody would have to put it there. You could
Mom
put it there.
because there were random movie posters that we got at a discount like 10 years ago. I don't like that Transformers movie. Why the fuck is it there?
We can take them down.
I didn't put that shit there.
You didn't.
Somebody else did. That was there before this bed was.
Probably.
It was.
Yeah. Your bed was over there when that poster was put up.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, it's right there.
That's cool. And it's a cool movie. But I don't really give a shit about Indiana Jones as much as I do other movies. I can watch Jurassic Park more than I could Indiana Jones.
Fuck you, Harrison Ford.
Fuck you, Harrison Ford.
Fuck you, Harrison Ford.
Hey.
Are we getting...
Hey. Jurassic Park belongs in a museum.
Oh, shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That T-Rex alone deserves to be in a museum.
Okay, back to the subject.
We're going to talk about the directors, too, because, like, the directors... Like,
But
it's a very Spielberg-y movie.
It's a good movie, and we were talking about it. Spielberg movies have this thing about happy endings. Sometimes they have them, sometimes they piss you off and they don't have them. It just depends on how you look at life.
I feel like they all have happy endings, but, like, it's either a gray area happy ending or a really happy ending.
And I think this movie has a gray area happy ending.
Yeah, with them putting the TV outside.
Which is a hilarious thing.
It's funny.
It's like the TV was not the cause,
Not the problem.
for sure.
I
looked at her after that, I was like, do you think this is a statement of kids being glued to TVs?
Maybe.
And then I was like, well, also being on a screen and being the reason that kids are glued to TVs?
They made a reboot, which was shit.
Yes.
Yes, that's
like
what I
most
heard.
reboots.
I mean, it was okay. It was better than some reboots of scary movies.
Yeah, but
It had some aspects of it. Like, the drone thing was cool.
Yeah.
It was better than Child's Play, I'll tell you that much.
yeah.
I think that as a classic horror movie, people are going to take elements of it and make it their own, right? Like we said with Scary Movie, in the second one they had a montage of different scary movies, obviously. And Poltergeist was at least a good chunk of it for some of it, right? In American Dad, Poltergasm. One of the best episodes American Dad has ever had.
I don't know about that for sure.
One of. Motherfucking, I can't even say one of.
No. Because it's not even one of.
No, you're not allowed to have an opinion when you're around me.
Apparently I'm not.
You're not. You've known this.
This is what married life is.
See, you keep trying to have an opinion, and you've tried to have an opinion for years now, and I've not allowed it, and yet you're still here.
Okay, get to Poltergasm.
That damn good.
Get to Poltergasm.
We've been together for 5 years. It'll be 5 years this year.
I'm that damn good.
Okay, get to Poltergasm.
What about it?
I don't know. Talk about it.
There's not much to talk about. It's literally just...
Francine can't finish.
Yeah.
And so there's a poltergeist about the finishing. The finishing. That should have been it.
Okay.
Roger's not that smart.
Spooky versus scary.
I'm going Beetlejuice this time, so I'm going
Beetlejuice.
spooky.
I think I'm going Beetlejuice as well.
Spooky. Voting spooky. Locking it
spooky.
in. Final answer.
Beetlejuice, definitely. It's a better movie.
Hey, no deal, Howie.
You know, here's the problem with this theme of itself.
What's up?
We already know which movies we like better.
Yeah, of course. But the whole fun of it is discussing it, breaking it down.
Yeah.
Which we
and
never
then
do.
deciding. Which we've broken it down. I think I broke down very thoroughly.
I think you did.
Why I liked the one I liked.
Yeah, I like Beetlejuice.
Okay, well, we won't give away what the next theme is.
But just know more spooky versus scaries are coming, along with other things, depending on what we can get done.
If you're listening to this, then you already know that 2 of the 3 people here really like scary shit, and 1 person does not.
1 person likes spooky shit. So she's going to make us watch spooky shit.
All
and
the
we're
time.
going to make her watch a lot of scary shit.
Yes.
So, during this time, watch spooky movies.
Watch scary movies.
Watch scary movies.
Let us know.
Make suggestions.
Do you like Beetlejuice better than Poltergeist? Have you seen Poltergeist?
You should put up a poll.
I will.
Okay, we're going to go with, what's our Instagram?
At Jack_and_Geek_pod at Instagram.com. We also have a Facebook with Jack and Geek Pod, and it is linked in our Instagram. I post very frequently on both when there's things to post. I will be posting about this and some of the things we talked about, like picture-wise, just visual images.
Email us at jackandgeekpodcast@gmail.com.
Damn, get your acts right.
I know. Give us some comments. Let us know what you think of the episode, because we're doing more.
DM us some of the things you're doing during spooky season.
We're playing a lot of Animal Crossing.
We are. There's a lot of pumpkins.
A lot of pumpkins.
A lot of pumpkins now. They've all grown.
They've all grown.
All of them.
And they don't go away when you pick them.
Really?
Yes.
So you get to keep them and keep watering them.
I was gonna say something. Oh, stream the Beetlejuice musical album on Spotify and Apple.
Someone please release it on video.
So they can come back, because I think that they want to come back, but they don't know if there's a demand for it. So go stream it, go tell them.
Are we allowed to link it in our social media?
We might, but I will. We might be able to, but I will try.
Okay, that'll wrap us up for this time. Like I said, hopefully, if we can, we're going to try to get another one in this week.
Don't stop promising things.
I said if we can.
You keep promising things. Hey, say our podcast name 3 times and maybe we'll show back up.
Oh my god.
Jack and Geek.
Jack
and Geek.
Jack and Geek.